guys, it's Amanda with Getting There Green, and today I am at Fred's Produce and I'm collecting Roma tomatoes because I'm going to be making pasta sauce at home, marinara sauce.
Hey Amanda,
Hey Randy.
what time is it?
Like 3:30, I think.
Is it time to get time?
Time to get time. We all need a little time.
So what exactly are you doing?
I'm chopping some thyme. We find that thyme grows all winter long. It's the only herb that really keeps going much in our yard all winter. And actually I cut way more than I need. I'm cutting thyme because I'm going to make marinara sauce, like pasta sauce. And I'm making it from scratch, and it's not to save money. It's because I don't like all the salt that's in pre-made pasta sauces, so I'm making my own, and then I'm freezing it. And it's just a very basic recipe, so that once you thaw it out, you can add whatever you want to it. So, it smells good. Everything else for the recipe I just bought at the store. But I'm going to show you how I do it. Hey guys, it's Amanda with Getting There Green, and today I'm going to show you how I make marinara sauce. Just your basic pasta sauce made with tomatoes. And the reason why I make this is not necessarily to save money. It really only saves you money if you grow the vegetables yourself, because canned pasta sauces are really cheap in the stores. Of course, a great reason to make your own is just the flavor is outstanding when you make your own. And the reason why I am making my own is for health reasons. Store-bought pasta sauces tend to be really high in sodium, and I'm getting a little older, so doctor says I need to be watching my sodium intake because high blood pressure runs in the family, and you know. So in my pursuit to watch my sodium, and also just my general, I want to cut out processed foods, I am making my own pasta sauces. And I've only done it a few times, and the flavor is great. The way I made it the last time and the way I'm making it today is my preferred method, which is it just ends up being frozen in the end, and it freezes really well. I freeze it in the size portions that I would normally use to feed Randy and myself for a good hearty meal that likely would have some leftovers, so probably feed a small family of 4 with children involved. Yeah. So I'm doubling the recipe today, but I'm going to tell you how to make it just a single batch, which I find would make about 3 meals for a family of 4. So first, Roma tomatoes, preferably Roma, but you can use other kinds. About 20 Roma tomatoes. These ones are gigantic. They are not usually this big. I went to Fred's Produce and I bought all these today. Last time I made it, I still had tomatoes left from my garden, which it's surprising how long tomatoes can last from your garden once you bring them inside, because store-bought don't last that long. So last time I made it, I did half and half. Like I had enough left from my garden to do that. So 20 Roma tomatoes, 1 good sized onion, some, what is this? Oregano. Usually I would do it with my golden oregano for my garden, so this looks really unappetizing to me. I bought it at the store. Supposedly fresh. Alright. Thyme. This really is fresh from my garden because it grows in winter. Parsley. Just a good handful. It's really just a good handful of each of these. I'll put in a little bit of garlic, and I'm going to put in a little bit of green pepper. Just a warning, my sister, she does her pasta sauces the same way, and she prefers not to put green pepper in it because she purees everything, and the green pepper turns it from a nice red color that you're used to sort of a greenish brownish color that's not very appetizing if you're used to the red stuff that you get in the stores. But I don't puree because I don't have the machinery to puree. I just use my food processor, which chops it up really fine, and it's almost as good as puree. So it doesn't chop it up so much that this would turn it green or brown. It would just stay in little pieces. Probably about half of a green pepper might do, but it depends on your taste. Feel free to change it up however you prefer it, how your family prefers it. Add a little black pepper, whatever you like. I do a very basic one like this, and then I freeze it, and then when I take out the portion from the freezer that I'm going to use, I'll add to it. Maybe add ground beef to it if I'm going to do that, add cheeses, whatever. Maybe some other herbs, mushrooms, whatever I want to add to it at that time. So this is just very basic and can be used for anything. Once I puree all of this, or not puree, but put it through my food processor, I'm going to put it in a crock pot and leave it for like 8 hours. If you don't have a crock pot or don't like to use it, that's fine. Just use a stock pot on the stove, kind of like on a low temperature for a few hours. Yeah, that's kind of about it. Easy as that. So let's get started. I've already washed my tomatoes, and I've taken the, the spot where the stem thing is. I've taken that out of each of them. That's it. Otherwise, I'm leaving the skins on. They don't bother me, and once it's all processed, you won't even know the skins were there. So let's get started. If you notice, I just put some tomatoes in with an onion and some of my herbs, so I get them kind of mixed together when I process it this time. So you can see all the colors, you can really smell it. Up some of this green pepper here. Where did I lose my knife? There it is. Green pepper going in. Again, just half of a green pepper I put in for first batch. As I said, I'm going to double this recipe, but for you guys, probably just half of one will do. Throw some more herbs in there. Just put as much as you like. I'm not telling you any measurements because I don't know. I just grab some and put them in till it's kind of a color that I like. Thyme, fresh from the garden. you get lazy with the time like I sometimes do and you end up getting some twigs in it, oh, see, you can see little twigs, then it doesn't harm it, but you will notice twigs when you're eating it, and any guests you have at your house might get kind of disturbed by that. If you grab your thyme, so you're holding it by the top of the branch, and then you just slide your fingers down, that's how you pick your thyme pieces off each sprig. Very easy once you get the hang of it. You know you're grabbing it the wrong way when it won't come off easily. If you don't have fresh thyme, that's okay, you can use dry. I just have access to thyme year-round because it grows so easily here. Grab yourself a wooden spoon, stir it up so all of those flavors get blended together, because if you noticed when I was processing it, I would do a few tomatoes alone and then a few tomatoes with some onion. I didn't process every ingredient all together at one time. It smells very leafy. That's going to be the parsley. So that's kind of what it looks like when it first goes in to the crock pot. Depending on the tomatoes you used, it could be a lot more watery, or maybe how well you blended it, it could be more runny, more smooth, etc. Maybe more lumpy. It's okay. If you want a smoother texture, you can add a couple cans, small little cans of tomato paste, which I did before. Okay, the sauce has been in the crock pot for a really, really long time now. Actually, once the 8 hours were up that we had it set for, we didn't have a chance to spoon it out, so it's actually been in the crock pot for a really long time. I'm going to show you when I make it, because I do it in the food processor that doesn't puree, just chops it up really finely. It's kind of runny and chunky rather than a smooth mix when I do it. You can add, I think I might have mentioned earlier, you can add tomato paste, a couple cans of tomato paste, which I did in the past, but I actually forgot to buy some this time around. And that will improve your texture, make it a little smoother. But there it is. I'm dishing it into containers, and then I'm going to freeze it. But I'm going to keep one portion out today because I'm going to use it for supper. And you might think I'm making spaghetti, but I am not. I am making portobello mushroom parmesan. And this will be my marinara sauce for it. If you guys stick around, check out some other videos. A video may follow with the portobello mushroom parmesan recipe. Stay tuned.